King Charles III breaks silence on national unrest, calls for unity amid far-right riots by Satori News. Satori News Agency. His Majesty King Charles III has finally broken his silence amidst a wave of far-right riots that have swept across the UK, following a tragic mass stabbing that claimed the lives of 3 young girls on July 29th. The monarch, who has returned to the public eye after a cancer diagnosis, conveyed heartfelt condolences to bereaved families and extended his commendation to British police and emergency services for their dedication to restoring order. This dialogue from the monarch comes after a noticeable hiatus in commentary on the disturbances that have seen cities in England and Northern Ireland caught up in nightly unrest. Reports indicate that hundreds have been arrested, with far-right provocateurs inciting racist and Islamophobic sentiments following the Southport stabbing, an act perpetrated by a British-born suspect. Typically abstaining from statements that could stir political controversy, King Charles' recent message points toward advocacy for shared national values of respect and comprehension as a binding force for the nation. His overture supplements his initial quietude, which had raised questions among royal observers about the head of state's involvement during such turbulent times. Historian Ed Owens expressed initial surprise at the king's reserved stance given the situation's gravity. Constitutional law expert Craig Prescott highlights the monarchy's traditional abstinence from direct political commentary, describing the expectation that members of the royal family may engage in support activities post-crisis. Despite the king's history of engagement on issues like climate change and opposition to certain government policies, his latest gesture is a measured call to collective strength, implying a cautious approach to the politically charged atmosphere fomented by disputes over illegal migration. Simultaneously, King Charles' intercession has been seen by some like Graham Smith, head of Republic, as inconsequential given the king's affluence and detachment from everyday realities. The palace, meanwhile, has reportedly maintained a position of informed concern, providing the monarch with daily briefings on the ongoing crisis. King Charles's address, coursed through an official Buckingham Palace spokesperson, underscores a sensitive pivot for the monarchy. Coupled with behind-the-scenes communications with Prime Minister Keir Starmer and law enforcement leadership, it embodies a deliberate strategy that both acknowledges the severity of the crisis and reaffirms a royal commitment to social harmony and the rule of law. As the UK phases into a new era under King Charles's reign, such incursions into societal discord emerge as definitive of his approach to the crown. Whether this will shift the role of the monarchy in public discourse remains to be seen, though it is clear that King Charles is carefully constructing the boundaries within which he means to lead as a monarch for a modern Britain. Thank you for choosing Satori News.